And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Bob Was Hungry, and this is almost the end of the game. This is the final area, and honestly, I'm looking forward to finishing it. The problem is that even if it's the final area, how do we know that we're gonna be able to beat it today? I don't know. I mean, see, that's the main issue. Like, because it's the final area, the chances of finishing this today are smaller than they could ever be. But the good thing is that, at least it gives you a sense of, well, we're getting close. We're getting close. Damn, I almost forgot that this game had a dash button. God damn it. Oh, is my memory so bad? Anyways, I mean, I hope I can beat this game today, mostly because, the not hot days are starting to come to an end here. And you might be thinking, what does that have to do with the game? Well, the thing is that I'm pretty sure if there is excessive heat, I can't play this game. Because my CPU will probably overheat. You might think that's silly. How the fuck is your processor gonna overheat from this game? But I can tell you that that will definitely be the case. I mean, you gotta understand, my processor is old, and this game is probably not very well optimized. I mean, it's well optimized enough that it can run in my processor, but pretty sure that it might consume a lot more resources than it actually is necessary, because after all, we're talking about a Unity game. So, really hope I can at least beat this game fast enough before the heat comes back, because otherwise it's gonna be an extremely big pain in the ass. Well, more than it already is, So we will see. Hopefully everything goes alright. We never know. So it's important to note that. Damn it. What was I about to say? I don't remember what's important to note. But hey, the good thing is that we're almost there. That's what's important. Even if that almost might not be too real, because that's obviously dependent on how much we're gonna take on these levels, but I mean, it's kind of like the same thing that happens when I play I Wanna Be the Guy. When I play I Wanna Be the Guy, most games that feature bosses, usually the final boss takes pretty much half of the playthrough playtime. So when that happens, it's kind of a problem, So I wouldn't be surprised if this was the same thing, that this area took half of the playthrough's length, though I really wish that's not the case, but it's a possibility is what I'm saying. So I gotta be ready for that possibility. I think I'm more or less ready. I mean, I already been stuck for quite a long time in some of these levels, so even if it means that I'm gonna get stuck forever in most of these levels, I mean, it's alright. Bring it on. Not the first time it happens, and it's not gonna be the last one either. Okay, so what's the trick here? You jump. Jesus. Well, the trick there is that if you want to get the condiment, you have to do a really weird jump at the end, because the condiment is on top, so you don't have to go down after that. The issue is that when you go down, there is more. This level is vicious. Keep in mind, this is only the fourth level in this space area. If this follows the same trend as previous areas, this is probably gonna have 19 or 18 levels. So you don't want to imagine how fucked up it's gonna be. Also gotta say that I like the theme of this area. I mean, it's the classic, you know, space, kind of like spooky music. Well, I don't know if you can really call this a spooky, but it's one of those that it's pretty common in all games when you reach the space area. You know, especially in games that took place in the 90s. Because there was a lot of people that thought that in 2000 we will be able to fly to space and all of that, you know. Those are things that, you know, we're gonna have flying cars, we're gonna have cities in space, we're gonna have all that crazy shit, neon lights. Well, the neon lights are more or less here, but I mean, excessive neon lights, all of that shit. And usually this is the music that went with it, because since it sounded, you know, a little bit strange, right? It was like futuristic, this unknown feeling. I think this kind of music is more associated with aliens than it is with future. I mean, I guess it's a combination of both. A lot of people also thought that in the future, since we will be able to go to space freely, we will be able to find, you know, extraterrestrial life really easily. Which now we know that that's not the case at all. And in fact, there is a higher chance that we're gonna go extinct before, you know, finding another life form than the opposite. I think it's really funny how a lot of authors imagine aliens having, you know, humanoid forms. Why would they have humanoid forms? I mean, there is a reason why they are aliens. If they look just like us, why aren't they here? Right? You know. Also gotta remember that horny people were a thing every single, you know, day in history. A lot of people were like, damn, imagine if you had a human but green. That's so hot, right? You know. Truth is, if there is such a thing as an alien form, the most likely scenario is that it will probably be, I don't know, bacteria. And you probably wouldn't see it. So, you know. It's a little bit boring, obviously, and it wouldn't make a fiction story interesting, which is the reason why most people go with this, you know, futuristic, I mean this humanoid alien, but, you know, it's fine. Also, something that was pretty popular in these futuristic scenarios is that a lot of people, you know, basically told that future was also a synonym of lasers. That everything will have lasers, as you can see here. You know, lasers like this were pretty popular. I mean, you just have to take a look at Star Wars and how everyone likes shooting lasers out of their ass. You can tell that, you know, the future was full of lasers, but you know, not really that full of lasers now, isn't it? Damn it. I think I will need to ignore the condiment here. Apparently, I don't know exactly what it does, but if you get every condiment in every level, you get 8-bit version of the levels. Now, I don't know if that 8-bit version of the levels, the only thing that does is change the appearance, or if it actually changes the content. I have no clue. I'm a little bit curious to try it, but you know, I wouldn't be able to try it on this one, for example. I mean, not yet. Not until I beat it with every condiment. But I can use it on the other ones. Damn it, jumped too soon. I really wonder how easy the rest of the level is. Because if the rest of the level is easy, I think try-harding this condiment is not gonna be hard. The issue that this level has is that this first area is a little bit hard to do, but it's mostly a matter of being able to know which jumps you're supposed to do. Okay. That doesn't look easy. Wow, that actually doesn't look easy at all. What are you supposed to do, by the way? Assuming you have to wait for this thing to come. Well, you only jump here, so you can wait it out on the floor. I mean, you don't even need to try hardest or do it fast. The only hard part is obviously doing the jumps themselves. I mean, the ones in between the fixed lasers, not the moving ones. The moving ones are easy. I guess those lasers are more there to piss off the people that go for speedrunning, in which case, nice. I like that. Man, can you imagine speedrunning this game? I can't. I really can't imagine who in their right mind will speedrun this game, but at the same time, I will never forget about that one guy that speedruns Boshi. So, you know, if someone can speedrun a game like Boshi, I mean, anything can happen. I think what I'm mostly curious is how the hell, like, where does that guy find the motivation to do that? How do you find the motivation to every time start, you know, a new game in Boshi and start doing all this crazy shit? Where do you find that motivation? I mean, a lot of people might also wonder about the motivation to play Danmaku games, but Danmaku games for the most part, you know, are short games. You don't need to worry that much about them. Okay, so this last section is not that bad. In fact, I don't even need to use dash. So I could try hard Did I play? Yeah, I pressed next level. What the hell, dude? How do I not realize what I'm pressing? I didn't mean to press next level, god damn it. Okay. The real problem with this thing is figuring out how to get that condiment. The rest is figured out. Everything else about this level is figured out, but the condiment is not. So that's the thing. The good thing is that it seems that more or less I can do the first section consistently. But yeah, that sham, the issue is that it propels yourself too much to the right. Doesn't really let you recover in time to go to the left. But there isn't any other way to access that unless I do it like this. Maybe if I do it while I'm quote unquote slow, maybe. But I also think that that red ball being there is a big factor on why that might not work. Because if you keep holding left like that, you're gonna run into that thing eventually. You don't want that. See, that's the problem. You cannot even do it that fast. I mean that high. Unless the game wants me to wall jump. If you want me to wall jump, I really don't know how to do that. In a place like that, I mean, obviously. How will you want me to jump that? To wall jump that? It seems like it's the only way. Remember that wall jumping makes you go higher. But wall jumping that, I mean that little platform is the one that you want me to wall jump? Because if that's the case, that seems even harder than any other approach. I wouldn't know about that. But if it's not that, I don't think anything else works. Yeah, I don't think anything else works other than that. Damn it. The good thing is that at least this one, like the difficulty is not on the level. The difficulty is just in getting there. Like it's a matter of figuring it out. It's not a matter that the whole level is hard. Yeah, it seems that this is... Well, maybe if I hold left all the way until then, it might work. Let's see. I mean, maybe. Yeah, it works. And after all, it wasn't that hard. Well, the issue is that now I have to beat the level. Why did I go down? I could have kept going up. I mean, well, it's not like this section is that hard anyway, so... Okay. So, to do this section, it's basically just to keep it cool. Which might be hard sometimes, honestly. Keeping it cool is very underrated. It's hard to do. Very hard to keep it cool. Team, that was barely. And got it. Nice. Oh, space food. That's ruined space ration. Of course it's ruined. Why the fuck will you use ranch dressing for space food? Obviously the right combination there will probably be with water. Between the lines. Between which lines? its platforms are also not straight. What are you trying to tell me with this? I can't jump up there, so it has to be zigzagging between right and left, right? The issue is that doesn't really look possible. Well, the fact that it doesn't look possible doesn't mean that it isn't possible, but yeah, it is possible. It's just that you have to find the right timing between the lasers. Really crazy how far a wall jump takes you to. That's something that I don't really understand about this game. Why is the wall jump better than a normal jump? Like, what's the logic behind it? It shouldn't be that way, I think. But, you know, I don't make the rules, I only play by them. Also, the fact that there is no sight about the condiment scares me a little bit. It's right there, okay, I saw it. Wait, it's... Well, that shouldn't be that hard. I mean, it's hard now. Like, if I actually want to go back, it's actually hard to not die while doing that, but... What is that platform there for? Nice. We might have one of those levels where the condiment isn't hard, but the level is the one that is hard. Damn it. I don't like those. Well, hey, it could be worse. It could be one of those levels where both the condiment and the level are hard. So, it seems that the exit of the level is on the top right, which means that you gotta go to the left and then go back to the right. Okay. Sure. I don't mind. If you jump too early on the wall, you're gonna get hit by the upper spike. Also, I gotta say that I like the futuristic spikes. The other spikes, the stone spikes or whatever they were made of, were getting a little bit old. You know, these ones look cool. Has to be a pretty precise jump, but I'm pretty sure that if I can get to the condiment, getting back is not gonna be that hard. Or at least I hope it's not. The issue is that if you press the right direction too much, get fucked by the spikes. That's the issue. I think that's the difficulty. Usually you're just going right and left, but here you have to stay in the same side. And since the spikes are so big, you can't do that. Or, well, you probably can, but it's obviously way harder. Whew, I got it, okay. Can you actually jump over these spikes? More importantly... Fuck. I was gonna ask if I can stay on the ground without that laser killing me. I think I can. I think that shouldn't be the issue there. I think there are 5 of those gigantic spikes in a row. That's a problem. kidding me? I know I said it before, but why is there gravity in the middle of space? How does that work? Like, where is the center of gravity? Because in order to fall somewhere, there has to be something that is pulling us there. But I mean, if we're in the middle of space, nothing should be pulling us anywhere, unless we're close to a planet, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, technically, there could be a gigantic asteroid down there that is pulling us down, since I'm pretty sure asteroids have a pretty weak but present center of gravity, right? That's how it works? Okay. I think the problem with that is that the laser is gonna come back too soon when I'm probably falling. It's gonna be very hard to do those jumps. The problem is that those jumps are already a little bit hard to do even without any laser to annoy you. But when you combine it with the laser, it's a little bit of a problem. I can't believe that I still am not getting the timing down. Yeah, I should start counting the lasers and when it's a good idea to start the first jump. Because for some reason, I'm really fucking it up right now. That's the problem. Too soon and that happens. Too late and the opposite happens. The timing is really strict. Really? In fucking laser? I don't really discard the fact that probably every single of these levels is gonna have a death count higher than 100. Each one, I mean. Pretty sure that's gonna be the case. So I really hope for a miracle that one of these levels is not gonna be that hard. Like, just like with the previous area, where there were some levels that you could beat in like 4 tries, while others took you more than 100. Really hope that's the same thing here, but I'm a little bit doubtful of that. But hey, we gotta believe in a miracle. So something tells me that the final stage is gonna be so fucked up. I mean, that's something that I always think about in games like this that are so hard, you know, even way before the end, right? Really makes me wonder, well, just how fucked up is the final stage gonna be? God fucking damn it, dude. That's gonna be so painful. It's gonna be so painful that you have no idea how painful it's gonna be. The good thing is that at least we don't have to worry about the condiment, but is that really that good of a thing? Is it really that positive? I don't know if it's that positive. I mean, it's cool, but I don't something cool enough. You know. Also, I kinda miss the sound effects of Bob's dead without getting hit by a laser. Because, you know, I think every single obstacle in this space area will have that sound effect if it kills you, obviously. Jesus Christ, those jumps are so fucked up. That did not hit me. I won the referee right there. I won the BA air. Right? Well, the bar. Won that because I'm sure that shit didn't hit me. I won the virtually assist the referee. And watch the replay in slow motion and see that that shit did not hit me by any means. Well, that's something that you actually can do on Twitch. You can watch the VOD in slow-mo. It's pretty cool. I mean, though, the good thing about slow-mo and also the opposite is that it sounds so funny when you hear someone talk in slow motion or in the speed up version. It's pretty hard for me to watch those things without laughing like an idiot. But you know. Seems that the hitbox of those spikes is huge. Which makes sense because the spikes themselves are huge, but seems that it's even bigger than the sprite. Well, the fucked up thing is that, you know how right there it has that, I mean, it has the red stuff that it's supposed to be. Jesus, what the hell? Okay. Are these just normal jumps? Please tell me. Okay, they are. Oh, nice. Whew. Damn. Orange shoes with water. Nice. Vitamin C. Okay. Clockwise. Yeah, you know, I was out to say something tells me that there is gonna be a gigantic laser creeping. Oh wait, though, okay, I forgot. These light blue lasers are not your enemies. They are your friends. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to bust them all. Yeah, of course I'm supposed to do that. Well, this seems like a pretty fun level. Because I mean, the only danger, well, the only danger, it's a pretty interesting danger, but it's that thing. You can basically take your sweet time. Well, you can't really take your sweet time with the condiment though. Actually, you can take your sweet times with many of these, not just the condiment. There are a lot of these lasers that are put in some really weird places. So at the very least, with just one turn like this one, you can be very far from the laser. The only thing you need to do is here to just fall, and that's it. Need to get this one. Nice. No! Oof. Okay. Keep it cool. And honestly, the condiment is not even that hard. The issue is this place. This place looks really, really hard to deal with. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Yeah. The condiment is not the hard thing to get. The hard thing to get are those lasers on the bottom. God damn it. Pretty sure that this level is a gigantic pain in the ass if you actually want to do it the fastest that you can. But I mean, that's the good thing. Who gives a shit about how fast you can do a level? I certainly don't. I'm really glad that that's the case. But yeah, this doesn't... I mean, I don't want to shints it now, but this really doesn't look like such a hard level. But I don't know. I mean, even if the laser chasing you down, it's pretty easy to deal with. It's still a laser chasing you down, so it's a little bit... like, it has that scare factor to it, right? Like that factor that it makes you do stupid shit like that, for example. Because you're trying to hurry even when sometimes there isn't even that much of a reason to hurry. Okay, that jump was a little bit dangerous for my taste. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick up the condiment. On this run, I mean, not on that previous one. And that was such a dumb death. That was a really good run too. God damn it. I think there is also some places here where using the dash is not really that necessary. Problem is that there are a lot of these jumps that are definitely necessary to do with the laser. So that's one of the issues. Let's do this. That, I don't know why, but this bottom laser is so annoying. Okay, let's try to do this. I also wonder if once I get all these light blue lasers, like, I wonder if this gigantic red laser that is chasing me down is also gonna disappear, or if it's only gonna be the one in the entrance. It would be nice if both disappear. No, I'm not gonna go for the condiment yet. Too early. Nice. Now is the time. Well, the issue is here. This area, it's so dangerous. In fact, I'm not gonna pick up that laser, because if I do it, I'm probably gonna die. But I'm gonna pick this one up. Oh, that was quite risky. Let me try it again. This time I'm gonna have a lot of time to get it, but this is the very last one. Just that this jump is... it's not that bad when you're not really trying to hurry. That should be it though, right? Did I pick up every single laser? Yeah, I did. Nice. See, as I told you, this level wasn't that hard. Orange shoes and water. Damn, I keep getting the vitamin C replenisher. I mean, I like shoes. I mean, that shoes is a little bit, you know, not really shoes. It's, you know, flavor water, but you know. Well, it says that it has vitamin C, so it's probably, you know, probably not shoes flavor water. That red laser is a huge pain in the ass. What happens if I just wait it out at the beginning? And That seems like a way smarter idea than jumping to the platform right away. I should wait until this thing loops once and that's it. That is really the best idea. As long as you don't fuck it up like that, that's a good idea, right? Damn it. Probably how to jump on the right panel. Yeah. That was close. Oh, a black hole? Well, more like a warp, but where is the condiment, by the way? I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh, it's right there. Jesus, that looks hard. That looks really hard. Damn it. Will it be too much to ask to separate this in 2 different levels? Like, that will be great. Actually separated this level in 2. You know, there's many levels that will be pretty nice if they did that. At least this first section doesn't seem that bad once you know the timing. But this? What is this? Wait, what am I supposed to do? I can't do shit. Unless... Oh, you want me to start from here? Jesus Christ, that's so masochistic. I mean, it's sadistic, I mean. The masochistic one is me for try hard in it. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, if you want to get the condiment, you have to let yourself drop to the very bottom. And I'm assuming that in order to get out of there, it's harder than the other routes. Oh. Still a route that I eventually want to do, so I will have to try it. It's a route that will eventually have to happen. Nice. Am I fucking up the timing now? Oh, dude, this first part was already done. Why are you fucking it up now? All of a sudden. I thought I had the timing down, but I guess not. I think that that laser is so insanely full of hatred. Like, I can feel the hatred in that laser. The hatred that the developer had for the player when he put that laser there. You can feel it. I'm pretty sure some of those jumps you are not even supposed to use the dash. Because they seem that they are a lot shorter than what it looks like. So because of that, I gotta be careful. I also don't know where the exit is. Like, I don't know how long that section is. Hopefully not that long. That would be great. Damn it. What are you doing? Nice. I'm trying to... Okay, there is a warp portal right where the condiment is, so that at least... Oh, that warp portal is gonna probably bring me down to the start. I mean, bring me back, not bring me down. Well, it could also be bring me down, because it's down there, isn't it? Well, that's if I get lucky. What if it brings me even... Yeah, even worse place, like even before that. Yeah, I think that specific jump, that first jump, you're supposed to do it without a dash. And the next one with a dash. I think that's how it works. Nice. Okay, so let the dash go here. Yeah, okay, it brings you back here, which is what I expected. But now the real question is, how do you do the actual level? Alright, careful. Wonder if I also have to use dash in all of this. Because something tells me that maybe I have to let the dash go. Aren't we going a bit far just for food? Yeah, I mean... That's why the game is called Bob Was Hungry. He's so hungry that, you know, even wants to go to fucking space. Yeah, how is it going, Yannick? I like this level. I mean, I like the level design. I was talking earlier about how, you know, this level, in terms of the atmosphere and, you know, the music, it reminds me a lot of how a lot of games and media imagine how the 2000s will be, right? Full of technology and shiny shit. They aren't wrong, I mean, with how far internet came. They definitely were right in the fact that technology will go in a really far place, to a really far place, but we still don't have the flying cars or anything like that. O2 games today, Helsinki and Fotshimes 0. Huh. Wonder what that Fotshimes 0 is. Is that also a Danmaku game? Because I remember that name. I remember reading that name somewhere. I can't remember. Well, obviously, it's a visual novel. Oh, that's where I read it. Yeah, there are a lot of visual novels that I see when you know, when there is a sale, and a lot of them, they are like, you know, they call my attention because they look good, but it's like, it's a visual novel, you know, and unfortunately, I'm not really passionate. Jesus Christ, whew. Did you see that shit? That was crazy, and I keep getting the vitamin C replenisher. That was sick. Oof, easy, I know. Hey Bravi, how is it going? Modules. Alright. We're having modules. Oh, I see. So there are gonna be these little spaces, and they're gonna have a teleporter that's gonna take you to other little spaces. Oh, damn, I got shebait. I was like, wait, that's it? And good shit, that was a good shebait. That was a very good shebait. Good stuff. That was a really good one. I almost fell for it. Well, I actually fell for it. Why lie? Floor is lava. Sadly, no. There is no level that has lava in this game. I think I'm a little bit disappointed with that. I expected that at least one level will have lava, but that's not the case. Honestly, I would have liked if the first level was the fourth one, and the fourth one was lava. Because honestly, I mean, I know that they look different. One is it's supposed to be the middle of the forest, and the other one it's supposed to be a tropical area. But they have a similar vibe of being one of, you know, a place that looks lively, right? And this is such a gigantic pain in the ass. What the fuck? Just clip the wall. Unfortunately, I don't know how to clip walls in this game, but you know. This shit looks like it was ripped straight from an I Wanna Be the Guy game. Someone is starting to feel jealous of this game. How is it going, Yummy? I mean, the spikes look pretty similar to I Wanna Be the Guy, but like, you can do it if you're hungry. I mean, clipping through walls, yeah, I kinda agree. I mean, when you're hungry, you can't really do much at all. But you know, Bob, I like his determination. A lot of people will be like, alright, I'm hungry and all of this shit is way too much for anyone to handle. I'm gonna abandon this world, sayonara, right? But Bob was like, no, you know what, dude? I want to survive. I'm gonna survive. Even if it costs a lot. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to go in there, right? Like, I'm actually supposed for this thing. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to wait for that to do that. Oh, do it fast. Nice. Okay, the condiment is there. I'm supposed to disable the light blue lasers. That doesn't look good. Can I get killed if I... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get killed there. Damn it. Wait, what? Why do this platform disappear? Imagine a Touhou incident where someone was really hungry. A Touhou incident when someone was very hungry. I'm trying to think, but I don't think there was such a thing, right? I mean, no, I don't think there was such a thing. I'm surprised that there isn't such a thing. Maybe because beating them up will make you feel bad? I don't know. You know, I'm honestly surprised that Soon doesn't go for the so-called comically evil villains. Why don't you go for comical evil villains? It's a Danmaku game. You're not supposed to feel, you know, remorse of killing anyone. I mean, you're a killing machine. You know, like the one in Brain Power. There's no fate. Take control. Brain Power. Let the bass kick. There's no way this isn't a reference to I Wanna Be the Guy. I don't know, bro. I mean, you tell me. I'm not that knowledgeable. Looks exactly like a dog shit screen, Portos. And realize how he has to compare it to a shitty fun game, because otherwise he will have to admit that this game is not that bad. Notice how he has to make sure that it's a reference to a shitty fun game and not a good one, even though it could reference anything. Unbelievable. One of these days Yami is gonna agree that a game I choose is gonna be a good game. Nah, who am I kidding? That's never happening. Yami agreeing with that? Not a chance. Yami would rather play Touhou again than admitting that the games I play are good. Unbelievable. Nice. Okay, so see, the problem with this is not so much getting the lasers. The problem is the condiment. How the fuck do I get the condiment? Play Mirror and Yami approves. Yeah, about that, I'm definitely not gonna play Mirror as much as I would like to, because it's just something that is gonna get my channel in danger. And I don't wanna get my channel in danger, you know. I mean, as I said yesterday in the Discord, Hunipop is a game that is banned on Twitch. And Mirror, even if it's at least a little bit different, it's the same concept. Just gotta keep the myth alive. Hey, maybe if I eventually stop streaming on Twitch and I go to a better platform, I'm dead. If I go to a better platform, maybe I will be able to stream it. But until then, though I really don't understand why Twitch doesn't become a porn platform. I mean, not exclusively, like, it could have both. I mean, this is something that I mentioned multiple times, but Reddit has both, Twitter has both, well, I was about to mention Tumblr, but not anymore. I mean, 4chan has both. I mean, basically most places have both a place to, you know, for pornography and not pornography, right? I don't understand why Twitch doesn't do that. I mean, with some of the streamers that are already in the platform, it's almost a softcore porn platform, so I don't get why not make it official. But, you know, whatever. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so the question is, how the fuck do I get that condiment? Probably from the center, right? Yeah, that works. Damn, there we go. Ooh, nice. Sadly more than 1 minute, but it's fine. Damn it. Why do you keep combining the ranch dressing with fucking space food? Unbelievable. Path to success. The path to success? Yeah, definitely not that one. Anyways. So, if no one has a better idea, Tuesday's stream will be Wings of Beef. If you don't have any better idea, it will have to be Wings of Beef, which is not a bad thing, but you know. I mean, it's gonna be a stream where I'm gonna die to the same boss 1,000 times in a row. I understand that that description is not a bad thing. I mean, in the sense that I already do that in other games. They will think it will be bad for PR, also payment processor load the platforming you is something you're open to stuff. Oh, I see. I ignored the something. Yeah, that something was a little bit off, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the platforming stuff I understand, but I don't know. I mean, how does Reddit do it then? I mean, Reddit is a platform that has both things and it's doing pretty fine. And it also accepts payments as far as I know. Right? Yeah, Miyogi stream, that's pretty much what the Wings of B stream will be. It will be a Miyogi stream. And I mean, if you're fine with that, then that's great. But I'm just warning you that that's what's gonna be if I stream Wings of B. It's gonna be stuck in the same fucking boss, dying over and over again, and probably not winning, because if I could win, I would have beaten that game already, probably. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, if it's not Wings of B, what else it's gonna be? I mean, Touhou, but I mean, you know, Touhou is that. I mean, it's gonna be the same, because you might think to yourself, well, what about UFO? UFO is gonna be exactly the same as Wings of B. It's just that instead of dying to a little shithead, you are gonna be dying to, well, everything else. Wings of D. I mean, Initial D is something that I want to stream, but my computer is probably not gonna handle it. But I want to, like, if Initial D actually works, I want to probably stream it on the weekend. Because, you know, I mean, see, the problem is that it's an emulator, so a lot of things can go wrong. For example, what if like the introduction or like the first level work fine, and then the rest starts working like shit? Like all of a sudden I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play initially, and then I have to stop. The worst part is that that wouldn't be the first time that it happens. So I don't like when that happens. When it works at the beginning and then it just stops working. That sucks so much. And with emulators it's pretty common for that to happen. And emulators are so bad, dude. I hate emulators so much like you wouldn't believe. Like, emulators are truly my nemesis. Emulators, I really don't like them. You know, I mean, if I probably, once you get a non-shit computer, you will change your mind. See, that's the easy insult that you could probably say just to shit on my computer. The truth is, emulators, even with a really good computer, they still are very prone to, you know, not working. That's the problem. You might think that having a Ryzen 7 with a GTX 2008 is gonna make you run every game that you want. That's not the case. When it comes to emulation, it's not really about how powerful your machine is, even though, well, obviously that's a factor. But I mean, it's about how well optimized that specific game that you want to play in that specific emulator is. If the game is not optimized at all, it doesn't matter. In fact, there is a lot of emulators that don't even make use of multi-threading. And if that's the case, even if I get a Ryzen 7, there is barely gonna be that much difference from the FX. Because, I mean, it's gonna be technically better because the single core performance of a of a Ryzen 7 is better than an FX. But it's not like it's gonna be a huge difference as it should. Gotta understand, emulators are bad. Emulators are something that, you know, I mean, the concept is fine, it's just that, you know, it's really hard to... What the fuck you trying to play? I already said it, Initial D. Initial D for whatever platform it is. It's an arcade platform. I don't know if it's the... I don't think it's Atomi's Way, but it's basically one of those arcade platforms that you obviously cannot run on MAME. It's one of those that are, you know, that are more modern. I think it's a Sega arcade platform. You know, usually you need you not only need a good computer, but you also need enough luck that the game that you want to play it's fully supported. Damn, you're supposed to do a full jump there. But yeah. Well, technically Draenor was able to run it. So, you know, maybe I will, but obviously Draenor has a better computer than me. So, you know. Oh, also, something that Draenor said the other day to me is something that it's pretty interesting, and I agree, that basically when it comes to emulators before the PS1 era, most of them work flawlessly. Most of them. Obviously not all of them, but I mean, when it comes to NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, you know, Nintendo, Game Boy, I mean, well, Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color as well. All those emulators work pretty well. But you know, as soon as you try to go to PS1 is when you start encountering problems. So PS1 is still something that you can mostly run most stuff. The issue is that the emulator is the one that is shit. The emulator has a lot of stuff that shouldn't be a problem, and it is a problem. Like for example, if you play Metal Gear Solid in EPS-XE, which is the default emulator for PS1, unless you do a specific configuration that obviously doesn't take that long to set up, but I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be something that you manually have to set up, but unless you do that, it's not gonna work. Like, or rather, it's gonna work, but the textures are not gonna show up. So, you know. The PS1 emulator is already one of those emulators that has a stupid shit that shouldn't be there. And then after that, well, it's basically a shit show. A shit show of compatibility issues. You know, just a bad time all around. You know. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the Nintendo 64 to this day isn't properly emulated, right? Like, there are some games like Mario 64 that I'm pretty sure they work well, but I think for the most part, or for what I remember hearing, like the Nintendo 64 emulator is still trash, right? Like, it should run a handful of games, which is kinda sad. Because we're talking about a console that is quite old, you know. I don't know. I never tried, because honestly there isn't any game on the Nintendo 64 that I truly give a shit. With the exception of Star Fox, maybe. Like, Star Fox might be a game that I'm interested in playing. In fact, I think I remember playing it. So it might also work in that emulator, but I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I tried to play Star Fox. Probably should play it, well, should try playing it again. I mean, technically, Star Fox is a shoot 'em up. Even if it's not a Danmaku shoot 'em up, it's still a shoot 'em up. So, I mean, does that mean that if I stream Star Fox on STG shoot 'em ups, I'm not gonna get banned? Hopefully not. It's pretty good now, it's constantly getting better. Oh, that's nice to know. But as I say before, are there really many games for the Nintendo 64 that are worth playing that are not Mario, Star Fox and Zelda? I mean, I understand that when it comes to Nintendo, that's pretty much the whole reason why you will play with a Nintendo, but like, Super Mario 64 had a source code leak, so it's been ported to PC. Oh, I see. I mean, honestly, why don't those companies just release the source code at some point? It's like, well, I guess so they can sell you quote-unquote ports of games. Yeah, it's probably because of that. PC Mario. Yeah, can you imagine if Nintendo went down the path that Sega went and stopped making consoles and all of those exclusives came to PC? Obviously that's never gonna happen, but imagine in an ideal world that happening. That would be great. That would be so good. I mean, just like you can now play Sonic on PC, like even the classic ones, man, that would be great. But obviously, as I said, it's wishful thinking. Gotta catch that Mario Steam sale, yeah, can you imagine that? But Nintendo has way too much money to go almost bankrupt like Sega did. So, well, I don't think Sega went almost bankrupt. It's just that they just realized that making consoles wasn't profitable. So they were like, you know what, fuck this shit. But Nintendo, it doesn't really matter if it's profitable or not, because they are, you know, they have too much money. They keep getting away with it. How do they keep getting away with it? Well, when you have a lot of money, it's pretty easy to keep getting away with it, regardless of what that is. Damn it. Mario's Time Machine was released on PC. I remember playing the hell out of it. Really? What was the game about? I never heard of that game. Mario's Time Machine. Yeah, I don't think I remember it. Damn it, why did both of them disappear at the same time? I didn't touch the left one, you piece of shit. God damn it. you know, it's alright. Maybe Nintendo, it was a weird educational game. You travel through time and learn about history. Isn't that the one that has like a weird, like it looks like a Carmen Sandiego game? Is that the one? Because I think I know which one it is. I didn't know it was on PC though. Right? Like that one where you had a perspective of a city from like you could see every building in the background and the character was in front of them. Is that the one? I mean, which is pretty much the Carmen Sandiego perspective. Yep, I see. Yeah, I remember watching a video about it. I had no idea that it was on PC. Well, I mean, if those are the games that they are gonna put on PC, then they can just keep it Nintendo exclusive, honestly. I wouldn't mind those being Nintendo exclusives. You want them, you can keep them. It was ported to console later, really? I mean, that's a really weird decision. You know. No. Get cool. No, god damn it, that's fuck. That jump is gonna be so hard to do. That jump. I have to see if I can bounce twice in a platform. No, I don't think I can bounce twice in a platform before it disappears. Damn, that's gonna be really hard to do then. Well, in any case, as I say before, try thinking of a game that I can play on Tuesday. I mean, bonus points is if it's a game that I actually want to play. You know? There was actually a game that I thought about. But I also thought that it was gonna be a very bad idea to play it, because that will mean that I will have to depend on someone. But I thought that I could play La Mulana with Yami backseating me. The issue is that means that I have to depend on Yami. And I mean, I just can't pretend something like that. I mean, availability is something that is not a guarantee. And if Yami wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to play that game at all. But I think that's a bad idea, honestly, especially because I'm pretty sure there is a lot of puzzles in La Mulana that depend on the seed that you got, right? Or something like that. I don't know. But something tells me that it's a bad idea. Well, I mean, it is a bad idea no matter how you look at it, but hey, maybe that will make Yami happy for once. Negative what? Being a good idea? Or that you will be available to help? Better to ask Draenor? Huh. What you mean better ask Draenor? You also beat the game, you know? Right? Ah, fuck me. But I don't know. I mean, the thing is... Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. It's just that I want to play a game that feels, as I say, special. But really, the issue is that a lot of these games that I'm thinking of, you know, even if they will feel special, they are not a good idea to play. But I don't know what else to do. As long as time I go once, well, that's enough, right? Ain't that enough? Maybe, I don't know. No! Fuck, I fucked up that jump so bad. That would have been it. That would have been it. Well, at least I could get past the part that I could never get past. Damn. The fucking precision. Reynolds has beaten it multiple times, I think, and has played a randomizer for it. Yeah, but see, here is the thing. You know, Drano usually doesn't have as much availability. Well, when I say availability, at least I mean how much he frequents this place. And I think that compared to you, he usually doesn't frequent it that much. And the issue is, I mean, I'm not trying to make stupid comparisons or anything. I'm just saying that a game like La Mulana, if I don't have guidance at all times, I will get stuck. So that's the problem. There will have to be someone that will have to be at all times. And Reynolds is, you know, someone with responsibilities, you know. Unlike Yami, I'm just kidding, but you know. Come on. What the hell? No, you have to be shitting me. Don't you think that it's enough to do everything else? Do you really want to do it like this? Are you really gonna be that much of an asshole? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck. I'm sure if you mention it, he will become your bitch. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, regardless of the intention, the thing is that, I mean, you can't just depend on someone to be here all the time that you need them. Like, that's something that is, I mean, come on, bro. My chat is not my personal slave, you know? So, I mean, I'm not gonna make someone sit through 3 hours of this stream. Like, who the fuck will want that shit? That's the reason why I mentioned Yami, because I think he's the only one masochistic enough to watch the stream for 3 hours. I don't think there is anyone here masochistic enough to smoke 3 hours of this stream every day. But, you know. Yes, I am aware that Yami, you know, alternates between monitors. It's not like he has his eyes glued to the screen all the time, but you know. The point is that he's masochistic enough to leave the stream open. You know. But it's still something that I think is not a good idea, because, I mean, see, here is the thing. How fun is a game like La Mulana if someone backseats you? That's another thing. Like, even if someone is here all the time to tell me exactly what to do, is the game gonna be fun? Because honestly, I don't know. I mean, I know that probably both Yami and Drano are gonna say yes, but you know. You gotta understand that what you find fun and what I find fun are different things. You know? They're definitely different things. You know. In any case, the point is, if you have a better idea, bring it on. I mean, a better idea for a game, that is. I don't know. It might be Wings of B after all. I mean, maybe... Who knows? What if I can actually beat the boss in that one stream? I mean, it's highly unlikely, and I will say almost impossible, but, you know, it's still a possibility. Just that it's a really low possibility. Oh, the problem now is that I have to go all the way up. God damn it. Wow, I can't believe I survived that shit. Jesus Christ. I actually survived that. Damn. Good shit. Alright. Encryption. What you mean by encryption? Wow, that looks bad. This looks bad. This looks really bad. I mean, I don't want to repeat myself, but this just looks bad. Or rather, I don't know if the word is bad. This looks evil. This looks like it was made by someone with a lot of frustrations in life, and they wanted to take out those frustrations with the players. Damn, are you seeing this shit? What the hell? Why is it called encryption in the first place though? I wonder. Worst part is that something tells me that the entirety of this level is basically climbing this very tight space. Oh, dude, this is insane. This is truly insane. Maybe it would be better to not use dash. No, not really. Can't believe it, dude. Like, you can feel the hatred. Just like, you know, some anime characters can feel the presence of other people by sensing their energy. I can sense the hatred on this level. Like, this level is so full of hatred. Like, I can hear the frustrations right away. I can hear the screams of frustration of whoever made this level. You know, the worst part of all is that this is still not close to being the final level. That's the really worrying part. The fact that it's fucked up, well, it's fucked up in itself, but this is not close to being the last one, dude. It's probably gonna get worse from here on out. God damn it. Fucking son of a bitch, whoever did this. Well, I say whoever did this, I'm pretty sure it's the same that made the rest of the game. I mean, I think most of these indie games don't have multiple level designers. And I mean, why would they, right? Why would they have multiple level designers in the first place? really don't know what to do here, honestly. There is a jump that I just don't understand. That seems highly illogical. Jesus Christ. Well, it's the way it is. I think I expected something like this eventually, but damn. It really makes me panic to think that there is gonna be a level that is harder than this one, dude. I don't even know how long this level is, but something tells me that even after I go through that laser, there is still a lot to do. The issue is that even if I go through that laser, there are more spikes immediately after. Like the pain, it's not like it gives you a break, the pain keeps going. The pain just keeps going. Maybe I could do that. I don't think that's a good idea. I fall way too fast for that to work. No, never mind, that's the way you do it. Okay. Calm down. Fuck. It's really hard to calm down, god damn it. I mean, it's hard to calm down when you have gravity pulling your pants off. God damn it. It's okay. Really wish I could board the walls, like the external walls of this structure. The external walls of this structure don't seem to have any obstacle, but they are also impossible to board, obviously. I wish there was like a weird sham that you could take advantage of. Nice. The worst part is that I still haven't seen the condiment. So I don't like that. Damn it. Wow, nice. Really wonder, you know, am I gonna get to 200 deaths? Have I even gotten to 200 deaths in one level? I don't even remember if I did that. I honestly can't remember if I ever got into 200 deaths in one level. But if I did, I mean, if I didn't, this has the potential to be the first level where that happens. Okay, that jump doesn't seem that bad, but I don't know what to expect afterwards. I really don't know how long this level is in the first place. It's okay. I still don't like the fact that I cannot consistently do that jump, where it should be a pretty consistent jump. Okay. It seems like it keeps going for a long time. God damn it. You fucking sadistic piece of shit. Like, this is just straight up sadistic. There is no other way to put it. This is just straight up sadism. God damn it. Honestly, I just really dislike very tight spaces. In games, that is. I mean, it's not like I'm claustrophobic, but I think that I'm claustrophobic in video games, especially platforming games. Which is the reason why I don't like the so-called I wanna be the guy needle games. The ones that basically surround you with spikes. I just don't like the feeling of barely being able to move, especially in a game that has such high mobility as this one. Because your character is gonna be pretty hard to control in a very tight place. What am I just saying? Place is the word that I was looking for. Nice, okay. So there is, it seems like at least a little bit of a rest area here, but not for too long. What the hell am I looking at? Okay. Man, these are disappearing blocks, right? Yeah, they are disappearing blocks. Wow, and they take so long to reappear. Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck? Oh, man. Patience. Need a little bit of patience. Because without patience, you won't go anywhere. What really pisses me off is the fact that this would have been like 3 levels. 3 different levels. You decide to make it the same one. Because you're just evil. No other logical explanation other than that. Well, I need a distraction here. Because if I don't get a distraction, I'm gonna go insane. Hey. If there's someone out there in chat that wants to say something to distract me, you should do it, because something... God damn it. These people in chat are gonna tell me even more than the game itself. I need a topic. See, that's the thing. That's something that sometimes is pretty hard to find. Believe it or not, which is the basic of conversation, obviously, but it's really hard to sometimes find a topic to talk about. And here, I think I need a topic just to keep my sanity. I think this is no longer for entertainment purpose. This is just to keep my sanity, to keep me distracted from the fucked up shit that I'm playing right now. Because believe it or not, there are some times where being distracted is better to focus. Because if you over-focus on something, you start tilting, and when you tilt, I need to convince myself to stop playing PSO2 or at least tune it down. Well, one of the best ways to stop playing a game is to find another one. And when I say find another one, I don't mean find like an equivalent. I mean find just something else, regardless of what that is. It doesn't have to be an MMO, it could be anything. Something to think about if you were a better... I'm not even gonna read the rest of that. Fuck you, Yami. Fuck you all the way to Canada. I'm going to reach 400 hours in less than 2 months. 400 hours in less than 2 months. Okay, let's do the math. So, there are approximately 30 days in 1 month. 2 months are 60 days. 400 hours divided by 60 is 60 something. Like, wait, no, what am I saying? It's sits, no, sorry, wait, 6.8, I think, or 6.6. I don't know if 6.8 or 6.6. So are you telling me that on average you played around 6 hours and a half every day for 2 months? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Yannick? Damn. 6 hours and a half for each day? Man. Reminds me of my Ragnarok days. 6.6, but there are 12 days left. Well, it's okay. But, you know, it's pretty close to that. Regardless, 6 hours and a half, dude. Yeah, that might be... I mean, well, then again, it really depends on what you do. I mean... maybe that's not that bad. I mean, keep in mind, just to give you a little bit of an idea, I work 6 hours a day, right? Every day. Well, every day, I mean. From Monday to Friday. So when you think about it, even though there is like a little bit of difference, you know, you can say that for the most part, I mean, I work for a pretty long time, you know. I mean, from not that I'm no. Let me rephrase that. I'm not saying that I work a lot. I mean that I am in front of a computer a lot. So when you think about it, when you think about what you like. If you could do something productive with that time, technically it doesn't really change that much. Obviously, instead of looking at colorful characters and all that shit, in my case you should look at a white page with code in it. But what I'm trying to say is that probably what you are worried about, which is sitting in front of a computer for a long time, I pretty much do the same thing that you do. And what I do is considered productive. So what I'm trying to say is that maybe you shouldn't feel that bad. I mean, as long as you enjoy it. Because, you know, don't take my example, but there are people that work remotely and also exercise after they are done, so you could do that. I don't do it, but you know. I'm worried about how long I haven't played Touhou for. You gotta understand that, you know, back when I used to play Osu, I also thought the same thing as you. But the thing is, that in itself is a signal. I think this is something that I already said in another stream, but what you decide to do with your time is the most important thing that you think of doing, right? Like, what I'm trying to say here is that, you know, you might think that a better investment of your time is to play Touhou, but in reality, you yourself have decided that a better investment of time is playing PSO2. So you might think that you are regretting not playing Touhou, but in reality, it's not really that big of a deal at the end of the day. Wait, what am I supposed to do there? Are you shitting me? Wait, dude, what do you want me to do there? Are you out of your mind? How am I supposed to dodge those two lasers? Is that even possible? Well, I mean, obviously it is, but how? How is that possible? Damn it. At least it seems that the rest is more or less done, but what about this shit? There doesn't seem to be any place to disable this laser in the first place. I really don't know. I mean, do you just want me to fall all the way down? Oh, okay. So if I don't touch the wall, I can actually fall way faster. Man, that section, I can tell you, it was not necessary. When the rest of the level looks like this, you could have avoided putting that section there, you son of a bitch. Anyways, back to the topic of PSO2. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that to you, playing PSO2 is a more valuable use of your time, so you shouldn't feel bad about it. You know, eventually things start to come by themselves. I know that maybe to you right now, thinking that Touhou is not that important, and even the thought of thinking to stop playing Touhou is probably too rough. But you know, the thing is that there are some things that you just get tired of. I mean, of course you will get tired of playing Touhou with the amount of fucked up shit that you do. What do you expect that the result will be? You know, it's irrelevant the reason why it happened. What's important is that you understand that, you know, if you don't want to do something that is, you know, for fun, then you shouldn't force yourself to do it. just like I stopped playing Osu, because I was supposed to, you know, I was supposed to play Osu for fun, but at some point I stopped having fun. I was like, every time I'm getting frustrated that I'm not able to do some maps that I feel that I should be able to do, so I'm getting so frustrated, why am I even playing? And then I should stop playing, you know, just stop playing it. And it was for the best, honestly. I mean, if I still play Osu to this day, I'm pretty sure that my hands will have already fallen off. And I wouldn't want that. Booting SA right now. Okay. And then he wonders, damn, I wonder how the hell I got tired of this. How is that possible? How is it possible that I got tired of Touhou and that I'm not playing it for 2 months? That's unbelievable, dude. It's like drug addicts, right? Though the difference is that, you know, drug addicts is something more, you know, I guess you can call it more physical in a sense. I mean, everything is physical eventually, but what I mean is that this is something that is more psychological. And this is gonna be... See, that's the problem. If you don't do a precise jump, you're gonna hit the wall, and you don't wanna hit the wall. I gotta put in the green for the mythical. And it really is like watching a drug addict going down, you know, in that unhealthy lifestyle. Don't you think that if you wanna keep playing Touhou, a good idea is to play a different Touhou game instead of doing something that, you know, I guess, okay, let me give you a different approach. What? No, that was horseshit. How the fuck did that appear out of the blue? Timid, are you kidding me, game? That shit appeared out of nowhere. Wonder how rusty it's possible to get. I mean, it depends. Anyways, what I was about to say before I die like that is play UFO. Who is it going Simu? What I was about to say, Yannick, is that at some point you kinda have to be honest with yourself, you know? I also, at some point in my life, kinda like, you know, lied to myself about a lot of things. Eventually I try to be more honest with myself, right? But when you try to really think about it, when you do those lunatic no miss no bombs, are you having fun? I know that the answer that comes to your mind is yes. Like, I know that that's the knee reaction, right? Like when someone hits you on the knee and your leg reacts. I know that that's the first reaction when you hear that question. But you gotta be truly honest with yourself. Like, do you really have fun when you try those lunatic no bomb no miss attempts? Because if the answer is no, then why are you even doing it? Right? I mean, I think that that's the basic question. I know that sometimes it's really hard to tell yourself that you are not having fun with something that you used to enjoy. I mean, I have a hard, or at least I had a hard time thinking about that, and with Osu and Touhou both at the same time, but at some point you just gotta realize that some things, it's alright to not find them fun anymore, you know? We change. We are changing things, you know? You think I did pacifist for fun? See, well, that's the issue. Why are you doing it then? Like, what's the reason to do it if it's not for fun, right? I mean, if it was for some reason your job or something, it's like, yeah, it wouldn't really matter if you find it fun or not because you have to do it. Like I do with my show, see? I don't find my job fun at all, but it's my job, so I gotta do it. But, you know, doing pacifist runs is not your job, so unless someone is pointing a gun in your house, I don't think you have any obligation to do it. Well, I don't think. No, you don't have any obligation to do it. Smash 4 said it all, there is for fun and there is for glory. Yeah, the issue here is that glory of what? Like, what glory do you get when you do one of those runs? I understand the self-satisfaction, but when it comes to that, it really depends on... sometimes you have to measure stuff, right? And in that case, you have to measure if the amount of effort that you put into one of those things is worth the satisfaction at the end. Is it really worth? I mean, have to, you know. Like, for example, if this game that I'm playing right now was a lot harder than it is, I wouldn't care about it. I wouldn't try to finish it. But the reason why I'm trying to finish it is because I think that the amount of time that it's gonna take me is good enough to justify, you know, when I eventually get to the end. If it was harder than this, I probably will be like, you know what, fuck this game. But it's not. So it allows me to finish it in a very timely manner. So, you know. In the end, my measurement says that it's worth it to beat this game. So that's when you have to ask to yourself, is it worth it to do this lunatic no miss no bomb? Is the satisfaction, if I eventually get it, worth it? You know, it's really one of those things. I know that it's hard to think of something like that because sometimes it might be pretty distant, but you know, it's something that you gotta do. Because if I believe I can do it, I want to do it. Satisfaction and meaning are two different things. I don't think I implied otherwise, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, well, that's another thing. You say that if you can do it, you wanna do it, but just because you can do something doesn't mean that it's always a good idea to do it. You know? I mean, it's the same thing that I do with Lunatic UFO. Will I be able to maybe eventually beat Lunatic UFO if I try hard enough? Probably. I mean, well, yes, it is possible. Do I want to do it? No, because fuck that shit. Like, the amount of time that that's gonna take me is not worth the satisfaction at the end. To me. So, you know, it's one of those things that I decided to not do. Because at the end of the day, the maths don't add up. It's an equation that doesn't add up. Meaning comes at the end, satisfaction is the process. I disagree with that. In a lot of places, satisfaction is definitely not the process, but the end. Like, the end goal is the satisfaction a lot of times. The process, most of the times, is not part of the satisfaction. In fact, there is a pretty common example with that, which is when you have a job, I can definitely tell you that unless you are a fanatic of what you do, which, you know, it's great if that's the case. When you have a show, I can definitely tell you that satisfaction is not the process. I can definitely tell you that the end is the satisfaction. I mean, when you finally get paid. Obviously, if you find a job that you like doing, then that's great, but there are multiple things where the satisfaction is not in the process. And I definitely think that playing UFO on Lunatic is one of those things to me. I don't have fun playing that game. And the only reason why I will do it is just because of the result. Like getting that Lunatic 1 coin clear just because it's the only Lunatic 1 coin clear left for me to get on Windows. That's the only reason why I give a shit about doing it. Not because I really like the game. So in that case, I can again tell you that satisfaction is definitely not the process. So that's the reason why I don't do it, basically. That's what happened to Flandre Pacifist, but I intend to come back. I mean, I don't want to discourage you, but you are just basically telling me to tell you to stop with what you are saying. I mean, you're basically making me, like, you're telling me pretty much to tell you that. Like, you're telling me, damn, it's such a pain in the ass to do this, you know. I've been playing this other game for 2 months. All of that. I mean, the only conclusion to that is that you're not enjoying it. Obviously, I can know that. You are the only one that knows that, but I mean, you're pretty much telling me everything to reach that conclusion. That, you know, basically, you know, you probably don't enjoy it. But you know, again, that depends on you and not on what I say. Damn it, this fucking level. I hate levels where something is chasing me down. Why are you chasing me down? Why are you being such an asshole? really feels like I have to do absolutely everything about this game really fast. Guess you could call it masochism. I mean, I could call it masochism, but I don't know. I don't think that masochism is a healthy... well, it's not really a hobby. I don't know what you call. Trying to say that if you only do things you enjoy in the moment, that is hedonism. Meaning I am getting at is something more transcendental. You have to bargain with the future by sacrificing the present sometimes. See, that's okay. You're saying something that I could understand when it comes to, I don't know, trying to save money to buy a house, or, you know, something that, I don't know, trying to study a language so you can go to a specific place. Like, that makes sense with what you are saying. The problem here is that we're talking about a fucking game. A game's objective is to have fun. If you're not having fun, there is no reason to do that, like to do what you're saying. I mean, if you're telling me that at the end of that, the reward is something that, you know, I don't know, you get a sponsorship, or you get, you know, something that you can see. Well, not necessarily see, but something that has a more meaningful value. But the issue is not a game to me, and not, well, I mean, that's an issue, I believe, because it is a game. Like, regardless of how you might view it, at the end of the day, it is a game. You can say that it's not just a game, maybe, but what's the point? Like, if it's, you know, if it transcends that, then I have the feeling that it stopped having its functionality as a game. Like, it just doesn't fulfill its main purpose, which is having fun. Uh-oh. God damn it. Oh, people, some people have the passion to do things you might not comprehend. Right, like, that sounds pretty nice to say in theory, but the problem is that when you go to practice, that's not being the case. I mean, I'm basically basing myself in what Yannick is saying. I'm not trying to invent a problem, or, you know, invent I'm not trying to, well, how some people like to say it, I'm not trying to strawman. I'm just based on what Yannick is saying, and Yannick says that, you know, it's a pain in the ass to do what he does. So honestly, if he told me that he has fun doing that, then I will understand. Like, I will be like, well, it might be painful, but hey, if you're having fun, go ahead. But that's not looking like that's the case, and it also doesn't look like the result is worth it that much. I mean, you could compare it to doing something in an Olympic way. Yeah, but there is a difference with that. When you do something in an Olympic way, you get a lot of rewards that are concrete. Basically, you get... Wait. the fuck, dude? How long do you want to make this level, you piece of shit? Are you kidding me? What is this, a marathon? What the hell? That's unbelievable, dude. Alright. You're gonna play like that? Okay. Anyways, what was I about to say? Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, Olympic way. Yeah, I remember. So, the thing is that someone that does something in an Olympic way gets two things, which are money and fame. Now, you might probably maybe not price those things that high, right? Like, you know, maybe that's not that important to you. But the thing is that the motivation to do that, it's pretty clear for those that do it. Like, I'm pretty sure that 99% of the people that do Olympic stuff, okay, that's a pretty high percentage. No, let's try to bring it down to maybe something like 80. Maybe even less than that. There are a lot of people that do Olympic stuff because they know that their reward is big. And then there is other people that do Olympic stuff because they were forced to when they were kids, and they are still being forced to, like, you know, that rhythmic gymnastic, I think they call it. I don't know what the name is, but, you know, there is that one Olympic sport that is usually populated by young girls, and usually those young girls are forced to do that since they are young. Well, barred by their Chinese parents. Well, that's one thing, but basically what I'm trying to say is that usually there is a reason behind those that do the Olympic stuff, right? Like those that, like, the motivation seems pretty clear. Most Olympic athletes get paid shit and are only relevant for a few years. Yeah, that's true. But the people that try to compete in that compete for the possibility of not getting paid shit and not being irrelevant. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure someone that does athleticism and, you know, the ones that run sprints, they want to be like Usain Bolt. I mean, Usain Bolt is a multimillionaire and it's right now the best runner in the world. So I'm pretty sure people that do that, they want to be like Usain Bolt. They want to get there. Yeah, most of them might not get there, but they do it because they want to reach the top. Well, I mean, that's something that I honestly can't see in a game like Touhou, right? Like, I don't see the motivation there. And I know that you sound combined, but I'm not even sure if you see the motivation there either. Like, at some point when you start wondering, it's hard to reach an answer. Because really, what is the motivation in the end, right? To be in the Olympics, you kind of have to start doing it before you can understand reward. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Most people that start in Olympics are forced to do it. Especially those that are from China, where their parents force them since they are toddlers to start doing that shit. You know, well, I say China, but that happens in a lot of countries. It's just that since China has a bigger population, it obviously has a bigger chance of happening, obviously. But, you know, what I'm trying to say is that regardless of that, like, you can see the motivation, right? Like, it's pretty clear. Like when they are forced, you can see the motivation in the parents to, you know, be able to have someone that is gonna, you know, maybe get them out of whatever economic situations they are in, and they see a child as an opportunity to do that, which to me is pretty despicable to see a child as a profit. But you know, I mean, I don't make the rules. The big breakdown we're having here is everything you say is true and relevant, but everything everyone says is false and irrelevant. I don't think I understand what you're trying to say. I'm not saying that what you're saying is irrelevant. I'm just saying that I disagree with what you say, and I'm saying what my opinion is. I never say that what you're saying is false and irrelevant. You can disagree with what I say. You know, you don't need to agree. Like, I'm just saying what I think, and it's clear that we are in disagreement. But you know, just because we are in disagreement doesn't mean that what you say is not relevant. It just means that we don't agree, and that's it. But you know, it's not even that serious either. I'm just saying the very basic principle of if you don't enjoy doing something that it's supposed to be done for fun, then don't do it. And you are saying that there is a bigger meaning to doing something like that, and I disagree. That's it. I mean, we agree to disagree. It's fine. It's pretty common to disagree. Well, Yami is not the best one to talk here because Yami absolutely hates Touhou. So don't really pay too much attention to what Yami says. Wait, what? Wait, there was no condiment? Well, I unlocked the hard level, so clearly not. What? The fall? Oh shit. I like trying to make Gabi speedrun. Well, speedrun is also one of those things. The reason why I don't like speedrun is exactly that. Oh shit, damn. This looks really fun, but I'm assuming that this is gonna be so long that... Can't believe Bob will stay hungry. I know, all this shit for nothing. All this shit to feed Bob. And Bob is not even getting food. Why are you even... Okay, by the way, what we are seeing right now is really ridiculous. We are falling down when we are in the middle of space. Like, try to process that for a second. We are falling down in the middle of space. I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know what the problem is. But damn. Well, as you can see, there is also no condiment in this level. So I'm assuming we are actually approaching the final levels. Believe it or not. Maybe there is a black hole a few light years away full of food. Well, actually no. What is close to here, like the cutscene before you start this space area, is that there is a cheese moon. Like there is a cheese moon that you want to reach, but for some reason your spaceship malfunctioned before reaching that, and you found an asteroid belt Well, is that how you call it, asteroid belt? Well, whatever. The point is that we reached this place and we're trying to get to that cheese moon. Well, I'm assuming it's a cheese moon. I mean, I remember when cartoons, all cartoons, for some reason they wanted to imagine the moon having cheese. And I understand that. I mean, the moon can look pretty similar to Gouda cheese. Okay, there it is. So we're falling, okay, that makes sense. We're falling inside the planet because, well, planet, if it's a moon, it's not a planet. But what I'm trying to say is that that's the center of gravity that is pulling us down. Though it seems that, I mean, if that's the case, then all those asteroids in the background should be falling too. Why are we the only ones falling? Maybe because we are less heavy? I don't know. Don't know how gravity works, so why would I bother? Why did I went there? Damn it. But yeah, I remember especially Tom and Sherry. For some reason, Tom and Sherry really like to portray the moon as a gigantic sphere made out of cheese. So I guess it makes sense considering that Sherry is a mouse, you know, and mice like cheese. But, you know, Tom and Sherry, almost every time the moon was the point of the episode, it was made out of cheese. Bob is such an inspiration. All he wanted was food. Now he has to go through all this shit, picking up space food along the way just for not being hungry. I mean, Bob, we are all Bob, in a way. You know, we're all hungry for something. I mean, you have some people like Yami that are hungry for dicks, but we all have something that make us hungry, right? So we want to go all the way through the whole world just to find that something that we are hungry for. But, you know, it's alright. The point is, why do you keep putting my name in front of things you want? Damn. See, the answer is always the same. Whenever I accuse Yami of doing something, instead of saying no, that's not true, he says you are projecting. Like, that's the only thing he says, but he never denies it. That's the thing. He always says, oh, that's what you want. You're projecting. There is the mandatory dig talk. I mean, what can I say? You know, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, I know that what I'm gonna say is gonna be a little bit fucked up, but it's really hard to think of Yami and not thinking about dicks immediately, because he is the one that started bringing that topic to the chat. So every time I see Yami, I think of... Okay, maybe... Okay, no, never mind. You know what? Forget what I should say. I was about to say something that sounded very, very gay. So I think I will, you know... Never mind. I was about to sound really, really gay. Like, I was about to say, every time I think of Yami, I think about dicks. That has to be one of the most gay things that I can say. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm not gay. So, you know. That would have been something else. Anyways. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Thankfully, I stopped myself before it was the case. Man, the Nutcracker facepalm. Can you believe the Nutcracker facepalm? Okay. This level is gonna be hard. No shit. Something I mean, this has to be the final level, right? Like, something really tells me that this is gonna be the final level. Like, for sure it is. I mean, once we reach the planet, unless you're telling me that inside that planet there are more levels, but why would there be more levels in that planet? I mean, once you land, there is cheese everywhere. Why would you want to go anywhere if you already landed? If you're already on the ground, you have all the food, you have an unlimited supply of food. Jesus Christ, dude, this change of directions are insane. The worst part is that if I don't dash, I'm pretty sure that this is impossible. Like, you need to dash, but obviously if you dash, you lose control very, very quickly. Damn. Well, at least it makes sense. If this is truly the last level, then being as hard as it is only makes sense. Can't have cheese without a drink, so you have to procure it. Well, I mean, we have all the drinks that we pick up in the way. You forget about the space shoes that we got. I'm pretty sure he can drink that. I mean, I know that cheese with shoes is probably a pretty bad combination, but I mean, it's not like it's gonna be bad for you. Bob drank it all already? Damn. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense if he was hungry. I mean, the problem is that he's gonna stop being a tiny ball to become a fucking planet if he is gonna keep eating like this. Maybe that's his objective. Like, he's hungry, but that's because he wants to become a planet. Well, if that's the case, he's aiming pretty high, that's for sure. But, you know, who am I to stop him? Well, not only I'm not gonna stop him, but I'm helping him doing this. So, you know. And then, can you believe it? Anyways, you know, I remember something. There was something Tuesday. Wait, no. Wait a second. Bob was America's secret weapon against the Lunarians. Are you telling me that this cheese moon is the same moon that we have as a satellite? That's pretty wild. Pretty interesting theory. I didn't think of it that way, but maybe. So we are invading the moon? Nice. Good shit. I guess we want to get all the cheese. Well, I mean, if at some point food in Earth stops being accessible, you will need to get food supply from somewhere else. And, you know, if the moon can be a supply, then I guess. But yeah, I was out to say something. There is something that I thought about Tuesday, but I think that it's a pretty ridiculous thing to do. Mostly, I mean, not only because it wouldn't be that interesting in the first place, but also because it wouldn't last for the entirety of the stream. But it will be, what if we do a first to 10 in Guilty Gear headsets against Yami? Gabi versus Yami first to 10. That will be wild. But the problem is that I will have to train for that. You know? And not only that, but you know, it's also one of those things that, I mean, how much does a first to 10 last? An hour at most, right? So I don't think it will be that good of an idea. Besides, Yami will probably make an excuse of, oh, I'm too old for this shit, dude. I can already imagine that excuse. Or who even plays this dead genre anyways? And you know, other old men yelling at Cloud stuff. But, you know, he has to consider that I'm really bad at Guilty Gear and I barely even played it. So he will have not only a pretty good shot, but he will probably 10-0 me. So, you know, I don't think he has much to lose. I mean, other than time, that is, but, you know. Damn it. Who even plays this dead genre anyways? How is it going, Riemann? I don't know. Yami is known for making the wildest of excuses. I wonder if one day I'm gonna become so good at making excuses as him. I really want to. Because, you know, there are some times where I don't really have a legitimate reason for something, and I don't know how to get out of that situation, right? Without admitting something embarrassing. So, being able to generate an excuse on the fly seems really convenient. But you know. Hell no. Why not? Okay, I'm curious to hear the excuse. Come on. I'm really curious to read what the excuse is gonna be. I mean, because there are plenty, I will give you that. There are plenty of excuses to pick from. I really wonder which one you're gonna pick. Like, the options are, I'm rusty, the genre is dead, so who gives a shit? Or something like, I won't be available. Those are the three excuses. I wonder which one he's gonna pick. I mean, is there any other excuse other than that? I don't think so, right? Usually most fighting game players will say that they are rusty. When you try to challenge them and they chicken out, instead of saying, no, I'm afraid, they say, oh, I'm too rusty, bro. Very rusty. The worst part is that they are saying that against someone that doesn't even know how to play. You will lose too hard. Well, that's another good excuse. Like, what's the point of playing if we know that I'm gonna win? Yeah, that's another good excuse. But, you know, that excuse falls pretty quickly, because if you are so sure, then let's play. 10-0 me. Come on. Though there are some people that legitimately use that excuse. There is a guy that plays Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like, and a lot of people like him, but he has a pretty stupid excuse for not playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Basically, anytime that someone challenges him, he says that he only accepts challenge from world champions. And I'm like, bro, if you are so sure that you're so good, it shouldn't be a problem to show these peasants their place, right? You're just afraid of losing your, you know, short-lived fame. Obviously, in Yami's case, it's not like he has any fame to protect, but you know, he has an ego to protect. Imagine if Gabi defeats him at Guilty Gear. He's gonna hear that until the end of times. from me. I'm gonna talk so much shit. So I understand that. But he also gotta understand that the chance of that happening is very small. Like, what are the chances of me winning against someone that used to play Guilty Gear when I barely play Guilty Gear? Despite how much I can train in a couple days, you know, it's a first to 10, it's not a first to 2. In a first to 10, eventually that rust that everyone likes to complain about so much starts going away by the 5th match. Around the 5th match you are like, okay, this is how I played. This is how I used to play. And then after that it's a complete bust ass of the highest quality. So, you know. Oh shit. And we got it. I got a cheese moon as a reward. Wait, next level. There are more levels? Maybe there are. Oh no, the next level is a cutscene. I'm falling to the planet. Well, if this is a moon, then it's not a planet. But is this a moon or is this a planet? What is it? Wait, what's that? What am I looking at? Oh, those are the planets that I visited. In order. I see. Wow! I was right, this motherfucker became a planet. Or is that just perspective? I'm pretty sure he became a planet. Damn. I was actually right, this motherfucker became a planet. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Man. Well, she's with this game. Honestly, this was a pretty cool game. This was one of those games that people like Yami will never appreciate. But you gotta understand, this was pretty well done. I mean, especially for being such a simplistic game, I think that the difficulty was pretty fair, even though maybe poorly balanced in terms of, you know, some levels being harder than others that come after. But, you know, overall, it was alright. I honestly enjoyed it plenty. So, you know, I'm kinda curious though, before finishing this playthrough, I'm curious of two things. First of all, what the hell is hard mode? And second of all, what the hell is 8-bit track? Let me check that just for a second. And I'm gonna pick a level that I remember, which is Clockwise. I remember this level a lot. So how is this level harder, for example? Okay, 8-bit is only the music, it seems. So how does this level change? This looks exactly the same. Oh, never mind, it has 2 lasers instead of 1. So hard mode is basically, well, obviously harder levels. It's not like it adds something in particular. It's something that depends on each level. Each level is gonna be different in this regard. Okay. Also the background changes too. And that's pretty sweet. But you know, I will have to politely decline, you know, the offer. But, you know, I can still tell you that this was pretty nice. And, you know, maybe someday when I really have absolutely nothing else to do, maybe I can play hard mode. But mostly that probably won't happen. But, you know, I'm just telling you that it's a possibility. So anyways, Shishis with Bob Was Hungry.